ahead and get started. Thank you for coming. I know the weather is nice outside. I almost didn't come myself. The weather was so nice outside, but I figured I had to be here because my boss is waiting on me to get started. So I think I better stay and get the meeting going. We're gonna start off with today with the elementary, and standing in the gap for Mr. Principal Anderson is our one and only phenomenal assistant principal at elementary, Miss Erica Taylor. Take it off, Ms. Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Good evening, everyone, and thank you again for coming. I will be very brief. Today, we just decided that the elementary school would focus on our social emotional learning. And so we decided to revamp some of the things that we were doing with our social emotional learning. And so the first thing that we decided to do is create a vision statement for our team. And so I would like to read to you guys our vision statement. The vision of the elementary school emotional learning team is to create self-motivated, resilient, and ambitious future leaders. So that's going to guide our team in all of our future endeavors and efforts with educational programs that we have, what we're going to bring to our school. So on March 25th, one of the things that we are going to have is a program called Super U, and that's based on bullying, and they have a lot of activities to discourage bullying. And so that is the direction that the elementary school is going as far as our social emotional learning. And that's all for me.
Thank you, Ms. Taylor. So parents, just kind of bring you up to speed. At some point in time, you'll hear from all three schools. Every school, the district has an SEL platform we're pushing out this year. Our students and our staff as well as parents, need a lot more additional support after the pandemic, social emotional support. So it's our focus is to support them, wraparound services. In order to be a successful student, you got to be a successful person. So we're here to support staff, to support parents, to support students, to help deal with those challenges a student may have internally that may cause them a roadblock to be academically successful. So every school has been given a task to put a team together, put a mission and vision together, but more importantly, create activities for students as well as staff to focus on their emotional well-being, their anxiety, depression, things of that nature, to make sure if you're not a happy person, it may show up in your work ethic when it comes to doing schoolwork or being a teacher. So we've all been affected differently by the pandemic, but that's our charge from the district, to make sure that we are focusing on the whole child and the whole staff and the whole parent as well. So you'll be hearing more about SEL learning from the other two schools as well as the district. Thank you, Ms. Taylor, for that vision statement. We'll go next to the middle school, Dr. Rencher.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. So we have a few updates that we want to share with you tonight. One thing in terms of helping students become their best selves and talking about that social and emotional learning piece, we do want to focus on how students can reach their potential in various ways. And sometimes it's not necessarily in the classroom. Sometimes it could be after school. So some of our after school activities are going to begin this month. And part of that is golf. We have a golf club that we have established for students who would like to learn more about the game. We have economic equity in economics club. And basically in this club, students can participate in a stock market game. It's basically run by a district level representative for Michigan. And they participate in learning how to buy and trade stocks, some things that our community doesn't necessarily get much practice in doing, and they can get it actually at the middle school level. So all students 6th through 8th grade are welcome to participate. That's going to start either Friday or next week. So we're just gauging interest right now. We also have a readathon going on for the month of March. So March is reading month, of course, and we want to make sure that we highlight the fact that reading can be the key to higher successes in life. Whatever students can do, they can do it through a book. We try to refer to Frederick Douglass and how he liberated himself, and how we can do the same, because it's different chains now, but it's still, the liberation is the same. Also, that readathon challenge is going from March 13th to the 31st. So you can tell your students to log in to the link that I sent. If you're not receiving our weekly updates, make sure you email me. My email is rencherc@chandlerparkacademy.net, and I can put that in the chat. Or Mr. Williams, can you put that in the chat for me? And then I can actually send you the link to our weekly updates. We send it through a robo text and a robo email. So it includes all of our updates and keeps you up to date on what we're doing at the middle school. We do have a PBIS program going on. It's the students working to achieve greater goals, and that's a part of the SEL program as well. This is basically allowing students to get extrinsic motivation to foster more intrinsic motivation. So they may have to be rewarded from the outside to realize that there's an importance in education, to understand the feeling of accomplishment and achievement from the inside. So that's what we're aiming towards. And those are some of our updates. And I think that's about it. So if you want to receive some of those updates weekly, please email me and I'll make sure you're added to the weekly updates for the middle school.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
let me one more
Keep
thing.
going, Doc. Keep going with it.
I forgot to mention one thing. The district has participated in what's the Visions of Peace art exhibit. And that's actually going to be on Sunday, this Sunday, the 20th. And students will go to an actual art museum and some of our students will present their work. It's basically about equity, justice, through different lenses of art. So they created their own art pieces and they're going to explain and present their works to the public. So feel free to go. It is on the 20th from 1 to 5. And I can get the actual address to you probably in the chat.
Thank you, Doc. Doc, I know not to put you on front, do you mind sharing about the Detroit Cares program you guys got over there? Some parents may not know our community partners we have working with our students.
Oh, definitely. So this is a great program that we have working with the middle school. We have outside vendors coming in from different realms, social work, counseling backgrounds, and they provide mentorship to our students. So it's about 30 students. Total, we have male and female participating in circles just for upliftment and uplifting conversations, support, and making sure that they are well aware of how well they can do, even though there's obstacles. So we selected these students who have significant challenges to their success, and they're participating with this outside vendor to learn how to become their better selves. They also share this with others. We're going to have them participate in peer mediation as well, so that they're the leaders of the school. Sometimes, you see the rose growing through the concrete because there's been someone along the way to water it, even though there's some challenges and steps that they have to take along the way. So this program, Detroit Cares, has been a blessing to us. It's allowed us to see the diamonds in the rough, and I think it's wrapping up very soon. They're going to have some volunteers to present how well the students have done from participating in this program, and we look forward to sharing some of those views, those pictures with the families as well in the weekly updates.
Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you for that. Elaborating on that program. Parents, again, we have a lot of programs going on at the school. Please make sure that you are aware of them and encourage your students to be involved in those programs. At this point in time, we're going to turn it over to the high school principal, Mr. Erickson, and then he will introduce the new assistant principal. The woman, she's not really new. She's been there, I think, now like 2 or 3 months, Ms. Walton. And so they'll take it from there.
All right, good evening, parents. Thank you so much for coming out. Few updates here from the high school. We're going to be getting into testing this evening, but in particular for the high school, we do have the SAT coming up for our 11th grade students, and that is probably the most important test they're going to be taking K through 12. So if you do have a junior, we do have SAT boot camps on Saturdays from 8:30 to 12:30. This will be our 3rd week. It's a free breakfast. It's free one-on-one attention from our teachers, and every year it has really proven to be successful. Those students who come have a bigger increase in their test scores than those who do not come. So again, that's this Saturday. No need to sign up. They can just come and attend. A couple other updates from the high school. We do have Career Day coming up on March 23rd. Our juniors and seniors will have the opportunity to select specific careers, whether it's the trades, whether it's the service or various other careers, and they will have the opportunity to speak with individuals who are in those fields at the moment. So if you do have a junior or senior, when they come home on the 23rd, definitely ask them what they learned, what careers they're interested in, because hopefully they got some exposure to some new fields. And the final item for the high school, on the 25th of this month, we have the Brothers Also Read Learning Series, where we have the Brothers Also Read, the bar organization, coming out. They're doing a 3-month learning series starting in March, where they're going to be meeting with 9th grade students, about 30 selected 9th grade young men, and focusing on financials, focusing on relationship building and politics for 3 months. They are very accomplished leaders, and they're wanting to give back to the high school students. So if you have a 9th grade young man, he may be coming home on the 25th talking about what he learned in there. And with that being said, I will pass it over to Miss Walton, my wonderful assistant principal, who was here once before but didn't have her camera and mic working, I believe. So I'll give her a minute to introduce herself.
Good afternoon, family. It is a pleasure to come before you just saying hi. I am here to serve you and your students, and it's just a pleasure to be a part of the CPA family. So thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much, Mr. Williams, for inviting me to have a little segment to talk. So thank you. I look forward to meeting with you all, and stay safe.
Thank you, Ms. Walton, for coming on. Thank you for joining us again. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the CPA family. Mr. Erickson, if you don't mind, could you share with the parents, the high school parents, the programs we have that are offered this summer with with the engineering program? I know we talked to one for freshmen already, but I know we got 2 different programs that they can participate in this summer. Can you share a little bit on that right quick?
Yeah, there is a SMASH program for 9th grade students that has the application process for that is over, but it is each summer. So the 9th grade students would be partnered with U of M in that over the course of the summer. So that will wrap around again. Next summer, we'll have another application, but there's also an AI program where that is currently going on. The recruitment's currently happening. So if there's a 9th grade student, 10th grade student interested in that program, they can reach out to Mr. Wise, and it's WiseK at chandlerparkacademy.net. And we're going to be having a meeting this coming week.
Thank you, Mr. Erickson. Just parents, once again, there's a lot of different programs going on in the CPA district. I don't know if the information is getting to you at home, if the kids are sending it home, or you're checking your emails, but I just want you to be aware that there are a lot of great programs going on. I want you to take advantage of them. These are our new partnership with the University of Michigan, the engineering program. And these are free programs to our students. We just need to make sure they get enrolled and get signed up. We also have a community partnership with DAPSEP, and DAPSEP have a lot of opportunities for students to be able to get STEM practice, drones, things of that nature, certifications. So we'll continue to put these things on our social media platform and also in our newsletter. So, but anytime you have any questions about any programs that's going on at any of 3 schools, you can reach out to me directly, or any one of the 3 principals who's always here to offer information. But there's a lot of great programs going on for students that are free. We just need to make sure we take advantage of them. At this point in time, we have our special presenter for the night is newly appointed director of the Harvard Woods Police Department. He's been around with us for a while now, but just got a new position in the past, I think January. And he has agreed to come on, him and his team, to mentor and read to our elementary students. And just basically, he's all about building a positive relationship with our students and our parents. So I asked him to come on tonight. Director Jason Hammerly, he's going to talk to you parents to make yourself known. And we thank him for coming tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. I appreciate the invite. Once again, it's a great opportunity to speak to the Chandler Park staff and parents and start to interact with the kids. Just a little bit about me. I've been a police officer for 24 years, excuse me. Let me turn my volume down there. 24 years. I started on the east side of Detroit at the 11th precinct back in 1998 and came over here to Harper Woods in 2003. Been with Harper Woods for 19 years and was recently appointed to Director of Public Safety January 29th of this past year. So about a month and a half, and I'm still trying to learn the position and doing my best to immerse myself in. But one of the things that came up soon after I took command was Miss Collins at Chandler Park reached out to me about the Young Gentlemen's Club and a couple of other opportunities. And I just thought it was a great opportunity. I went and met with several members of the staff that week. And, you know, I think when I look back at things I would have done is you visualize yourself moving along in your career. And I think one of the key aspects of this position is, you know, reaching out to the community. And that certainly starts with our children. Let's be honest, there's been some disconnect between law enforcement and the community the past couple of years. It's been a tumultuous few years. And as law enforcement, we have to do a better job of reaching out to the community and being transparent with the community, what we do, what we don't do, things that we don't condone, behavior that we don't condone from other police officers. So I'm excited about this new relationship with our schools, specifically Chandler Park. And yeah, I'm going to be available. I met with some of the staff last week as well on another matter. And I happened to go to the police academy with Mr. Williams, your security, I'm not 100% sure on his title over there, is the director of security at Chandler Park. So I know Mike very well, known him for almost 25 years. So I will be around. I know that Miss Collins sent me the calendar for the Young Gentlemen's Club. It just hasn't worked out to this point, but I promise I will get down there with the kids. And, you know, I'm available. I just wanted to pass along too that we are hiring police officers. So if you know any prospective police officers, any of the your upperclassmen there, your juniors and seniors there who are thinking about pursuing an opportunity in law enforcement, we are to the point now. We're trying to secure a grant where we can sponsor a kid to go to the police academy, and we will pay for that contingent on the fact that they will become Harper Woods police officers upon the completion of the police academy. And right now, I think the cost of the police academy is about $7,000. So not only will we pay for the academy, but they will be paid while they're attending. So it's a great opportunity. If you know anybody who's considering that, we would love to have a kid from this area, a young person from this area to join our ranks. So thank you, Mr. Williams.
Oh, thank you, Director Henry. I had no idea that there was actually a cost for the police academy. I thought that was after going through all that, it was free. I had no idea you had to pay for that kind of torture.
Well, when I went through the Detroit Police Academy, you know, you had to be hired by DPD prior to starting the academy. So we did get it was free, and then we got paid while we went to the academy. But a lot of nowadays, not a lot of departments offer that, with the exception of Detroit. And because of the shortage of law enforcement across the country, it's not exclusive to Southeastern Michigan. This is a national shortage. So we're really changing our the way that we recruit and some of the benefits to get folks in here to do this job.
Wow. Yeah, I do have one of our board members / parents is a retired DPD officer. I may see if I can talk to her and bring her back out of retirement for you.
Yeah, please do.
Negative.
Hey,
Negative.
they're hired on the spot.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Armstrong. I know you're on the call today. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on a prep sheet like that.
Come on down and see me.
Chief Hammerly,
Yes,
we'd love to have someone out for a career day, so maybe I'll get your email for Mr. Williams.
yeah, absolutely. I'm willing to do whatever. Like I said, the Young Gentlemen's Club, it just hasn't worked out with my schedule yet, but I will get down there. I promise.
Yes. Ms. Armstrong, you want to say something?
I'm sorry.
Do you want to say anything? Because you off mute.
Oh, no.
Okay, you good. Okay. Chief, I got to do another question for you. You know, we have a lot of we send the news all the time about kids getting hold to unsecured guns. Do you have a connection with maybe gun locks that maybe we can give to some parents? Because that's happening much too more frequently now. Every other week, a kid is getting hold to auntie or grandma's or somebody's gun and killing another sibling. How can you help us out with that?
Well, I just saw something this morning. It's a really sad story. It's out of Chicago area. I think it was a 3 or 4-year-old child. The father, the mother are in the car. The father's got an unsecured pistol in the car. Somehow the kid is in the back seat, gets a hold of the pistol and shot and killed his mother. So this is a weekly, if not daily, story that we're seeing, and it just a tragedies that can be avoided. What we do offer, and I checked with our firearms instructor here, we've got several boxes of gun locks that we can give out that are free to the community. There's no charge, there's no questions asked. You walked up to the counter and said, I need 3 gun locks, they're yours. So once again, these are preventable tragedies, and we will do our best to get those gun locks out. We have some on order right now, Mr. Williams, and I'll let you know when they arrive, but we usually get 200 to 300 at a time. So, yeah.
Yes, please do, Dr. Hammond. When you get those in, I want to make sure we can offer those to our parents, because the stories, it's getting more and more frequent of gun death due to unsecured gun by a not even a minor. A kid, literally 3 or 4 years old, is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a story I just saw this morning. I think 3 or 4 years old. Sad.
Very sad. Very sad. Parents, anybody have any other questions for Director Hammerly? You can either say it out loud, take yourself off mute, or you can put it inside the chat. But he will be with us around, working more closely, building relationships with our staff, as well as each school and the students. And hopefully we can be more of a connection and partner, even though a lot of our students are from Detroit, but the schools are Harvard Woods. So we need to have that kind of relationship with Harvard Woods and Detroit at the same time. Any question? Oh, there's a question. Ms. Miller, go ahead.
Yes, Sergeant, I would like to say that we have a CTE program, ROTC program, and our students are trained in security and homeland protection. And we have an advisory board. So we know that all of our students are not going necessarily to the Army. So we try to have someone on our advisory board, or try to direct the students into the police academy or EMS and all that kind of public safety and stuff. So it may be, we would like to have someone from your department possibly come and talk to some of the seniors in our ROTC program.
Absolutely.
That may be interested.
Yes, let me know. Mr. Williams has my email, and I'll share it as well. It's J Hammerly. It's the letter J, Hammerly, HAMMERLE at harperwoods.net. So whatever you need, I'm happy to either come out myself or send one of my officers out to speak.
Okay.
Very good. I'm ex-military as well, so the ROTC is that's special to me. So sure.
Right on time, man.
Yeah.
We'll be in touch real soon.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Miller. Parents, any other questions for Director Hammerly? You can raise your hand or take yourself off mute.
Well, I don't have a question for the director, but I do have a question for the middle school. Do you all have the Young Gentlemen's Club there? And if it is, what time is it? What time does it start? What time does it end? What day is it? Mute.
Hi, Ms. Parker. Yes, we do have the Young Gentlemen's Club here at the middle school as well. It's on Wednesdays, and it's from 3 to approximately 4. minutes to an hour. So yes, we do. And the leader of that program is Mr. Dotson. The co-leader, I guess, co-facilitator is Mr. Jones, a former CPA alum.
Oh, great. And can anyone join even at this late stage, or can you join? Can someone join now at this late time?
It is something that I can discuss with Mr. Dotson,
Okay.
and I can let you know.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, at this point in time, we want to, Director Hammond, you're good to go for tonight. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I gotta go pick up my daughter at driver's training, so I gotta take off. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, feel free to email me at any time. I'll get back to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming tonight.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Okay, parents, we're going to shift gears into bringing up, wow, Mr. Patillo, he has a long title. And I think it's accountability, evaluation, and assessment. And so as we call it in church, in layman's terms, he's over our testing program here at the district. And he's going to come to you talking about the importance of our upcoming state test, which is not until April, but by the time we have our next parent meeting, we will be full-fledged testing at all 3 schools. So he's going to talk to you about, give some information about what to expect coming up in the month of April. Thank you, Ms. Patillo, for joining us tonight.
All right, if you can hear me, or if you can see this presentation, give me a thumbs up. All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Mr. Williams, thank you for inviting me to come and share this afternoon. This is the opportunity to get everybody excited in the Chandler Park Academy District family and community for the testing season that is going to come up in April. And so, again, I thank you for this opportunity to share. Okay, it's stuck somehow.
Mr. Patillo, I did hear on campus that the Wi-Fi was a little bit spotty. So far, so good on this side, but somebody did tell me that. Mr. Patillo, are you froze? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, Patillo, you back, Patillo? You good now?
I hope so.
I thought we lost you, brother. Thought we lost you.
Okay. For some reason, the screen is still not moving, so I'm not sure. Can you all see it?
Yes, we see the first screen. Yep.
I know what. All right. Well, this is my first time introducing myself to the district, so I thought I would share a couple of, some things about myself. One, this is my 28th year serving as a Michigan educator. I've also had experience with K-8 as well as high school, so I've had the opportunity to serve K through 12 in my career. Previous districts that I've served in, Oak Park Schools, Southfield Public Schools, Detroit Public Schools, and Baldwin Community Schools. Proud graduate of Central State University, earned a Bachelor's of Science, Social Studies, and ELA at the secondary level. Central State is an HBCU in Wilberforce, Ohio. Master's in Education Administration from Wayne State, as well as a specialist in supervision and leadership from Wayne State. And currently and prayerfully, I will be completing a doctorate in curriculum, instruction, and assessment December of this year. Leadership roles, curriculum coordinator, assistant principal, and special projects coordinator at the district level. So at the end of this presentation, and I promise you I won't be before you long, parents will know the assessments that will be given during the testing season. Parents will know when the testing season starts and concludes. Parents will know the subjects and grades that will be assessed, and parents will know what they can do to assist their students in taking the assessments. So the first question is, who will be tested? All students in grades 3 through 11 in the state of Michigan will be tested during the spring testing season 2022. First, the M-STEP for grades 3 through 8 and 11. This is the Michigan Student Test for Educational Progress, better known as M-STEP. This is the state assessment used to assess student progress on Michigan standards. For each course and grade in K-12, there are specific Common Core standards that drive classroom instruction. M-STEP is that test that determines how well schools are doing in providing quality teaching and learning. PSAT, grades 8 through 10. PSAT is the preliminary to the SAT. This test is designed to give students an opportunity to practice for the actual SAT they'll take during the 11th grade year in their high school. This is considered the trial run. However, this test does count because depending on the performance on the PSAT, students have an opportunity to be eligible for a variety of college scholarships. The SAT, grade 11. This is the entrance exam used by most colleges and universities to make admission decisions on student application. The intent of this exam is to determine a student's readiness for college level studies and the likelihood of college completion. SAT for 12th graders. Because of the pandemic, there are a number of seniors who did not take the SAT. The state is not requiring them, they're not requiring 12th graders to take the SAT. However, if you have a senior in your home who did not take the SAT due to the pandemic last year, they need to get in touch with Ms. Hunt, who is the high school testing coordinator, and they need to do that as soon as tomorrow morning. Testing timeline. Chandler Park students will be testing beginning April 13th through May 20th. That is a 6-week window that we have to get testing done. PSAT and SAT are going to take place on specific days. If you have an elementary youngster and they are a 3rd grader or 4th grader, they will be testing in reading and math. If you have a 5th grade youngster, they will be tested in reading, math, social studies, and science. For those of you that have youngsters in grades K through 2, they will not be tested. Middle school subjects grade to be tested. If you have a 6th grader or a 7th grader, they will be tested in ELA, which is English Language Arts and Math. If you have an 8th grader, they will take a portion of the PSAT as well as the M-STEP. Reading and math, PSAT, social studies and science, M-STEP. And high schools, 9th graders and 10th graders, they will take the PSAT, reading, writing, and math. 11th graders, they will take SAT and M-STEP as well. Reading, writing, and math through SAT, social studies and science, M-STEP. And the third assessment is called Work Keys, which is an employability assessment. School level preparation. So for the elementary, they are currently practicing going through the online test tools in computer labs. What this does is give the students an opportunity to know how, get familiar with taking tests online. It has been proven that the more familiar students are in taking the online adaptation tests, the more successful they'll be. Fifth graders are also currently 2 days a week receiving tutoring from varsity tutors in the area of math. Middle school and high school students, they have designated practice days through Equivalent Practice, Max, and Khan Academy. They also have guided practice of testing platforms in each content, and they will be taking they do have some days designated for mock testing days. All of these things is what the district is doing to make sure that our students are prepared or more prepared to take the test. We believe that the more familiar they are with the testing platforms, the more confident they will be in their test performance. How can parents assist? Well, first thing is make sure your child attends school every day and arrive on time. Attend school every day and arrive on time. Do whatever it takes for your son or daughter to be in attendance to participate in all of the assessments that they are assigned to take. Insist that your child gets plenty of sleep the nights before they actually take the assessment. We want students to be alert and ready to take these exams. And the last thing that we encourage you to do is to encourage your youngsters every morning when they leave the house, not just for taking tests, but every day they leave out of the door. What can your children do? Well, they're already practicing using Khan Academy, which is an online resource in grades 8 through 11. They're already practicing MSTEP through various online resources provided by MDE in grades 3 through 8. Of course, we want them to get to school on time and come regularly. We know that's not quite an issue with, well, it may not be a major issue with elementary, middle school, but sometimes our high school, they might want to veer away. We need them in school, we need them on time. And of course, we want them to take advantage of school time to practice with teachers during school hours. So when there are questions about the format or about content, they're able to get those questions answered right away. Test result timeline. PSAT and SAT results will return to schools during the summer. However, students, if they have a College Board account, they can get their scores much sooner. MSTEP scores are due back in the schools in the fall of 2022. And in the fall, you should look for some mailings that will come from the school, but generated through MSTEP with your students' test scores. In summary, all students in grades 3 through 11 will be involved in testing. Testing will take place beginning April 12th through May 20th. Scores for the PSAT and SAT will be sent around the end of May. MSTEP scores will come around the fall. Most importantly, testing is necessary for us to ensure that all students are experiencing high quality instruction and mastering standards aligned to each grade or course. And if it does not happen, we are equipped with this data to make sure that it does happen and provide all of the necessary supports. If you have any questions about any of the testing going on in any of the individual schools, these are the people that you can contact directly. For the elementary school, we have Ms. Adrienne Moore. Her email is moorea@chandlerparkacademy.net. For the middle school, we have Ms. Tiffany Stanford. Her email is Stanford, STANFORDT@chandlerparkacademy.net. And at the high school, we have Ms. Valina Hunt. Her email address is huntv@chandlerparkacademy.net. And for whatever crazy reason you can't get in touch with either of those ladies, feel free to give me a call at 248-914-2334. Again, that's 248-914-2334. And if you need to, you can email me at PATILLOC@chandlerparkacademy.net. That is all, folks. Thank you for listening. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you for your commitment to CPA. We do appreciate it.
Mr. Patillo, thank you again for the presentation. You laid it all out for us. I do have a question. If being that the MSTEP scores doesn't come back to the fall, and if parents wanted to get information about how their students are achieving outside of their grade, classroom grade, are we taking the NWA test this year for K through 8, or have we already sent out the winter scores? Or are we going to take it again in the spring?
So for this,
have some more up-to-date data.
So for this school year, prior to me arriving, it had already been set up that they would take only 2 tests for NWA, which was in the fall and the spring. For the 2022-23 school year, I'm advocating for us to take it 3 times a year in the spring, the winter, and the fall, the winter, and the spring. But in the meantime, while parents are waiting for M-STEP or M-STEP scores, they can also always contact their administrators or their teachers to get their students' NWEA scores.
Okay, thank you. That's, yeah. So parents, even though we might not get that state standardized data back until next school year, we do have current data. We will have in May or June that you can look at to see where your students start at the beginning of the year and also where they ended at in the spring. So we got more direct hands-on data. We use more than one data source. This is an internal test we give to our students to really do a lot of planning and with our curriculum. Is there any parents have any questions for Mr. Patillo at this time about testing? Mr. Patillo, do me a favor, stop screen sharing so I can see the rest of the full who's all here. Thank you, sir. Again, parents, any questions for Mr. Patillo? All right, any questions for any of the principals or assistant principals at this time, or for myself? All right, well, thank you for coming tonight. Ms. Blake, I see you out there in the sunshine, getting it in. I see you getting your tan on. I understand. Good, it's good. I'm glad to see it still. Weather's still nice out there. Parents, make sure you put your student's name in the chat. So I would make sure I would give your child credit for this month, the month of March. We look forward to seeing you in April. We do have a newsletter that comes out, parents, every other week, twice a month. And you'll see things in there about students, the events that we're doing, students of the month, staff of the month, different programs that we're attending. For February, our high school band and choir perform at Amazon. So you'll see we're doing a lot of different things which are students in the community, in school, and also in the community. So twice a month you'll see we have a newsletter that comes out, and we're getting more and more content with that as schools begin to do a lot more different things. There is for elementary parents, there's a book fair that's going on right now. I think Ms. Taylor, right? I think it's till Friday, I believe. Or there's a book fair. Please make sure you come out. We had a great turnout last week, but the book fair is still going on for elementary students. Students still love to read, and we want to support them in that journey. I'm going to send out a flyer on the email. There's a career fair through the Detroit Carpenter Millwright Training Center. There's a career fair April 19th. So parents, I'm going to post this on our social media platform as well as on our website. We get a ton of things that come in, just not for students, but also for parents and resources as well. So please make sure you join us follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We're on all those platforms, and also check the website. But this is a career fair, April 19th for skilled trades, and they're looking for carpenters, floor layers, and millwrights. They'll train you for a paid apprenticeship program. So please, if you know anybody, make sure that you spread that word. But I will be posting this on our social media platform. We talked last month about our mask mandate. So hopefully you got the letter that went out a couple of weeks ago that we as a district, because of our low vaccination numbers, have decided to make sure we stay masked up for the rest of the school year. So hopefully that letter went home, I think, week before last. If you did not get that, just email me and I'll send you a copy of it. But if you're not getting communication, we communicate whether via robotext or email. We don't send a lot of flyers home because the kids don't bring them home. So we do social media platform, we do email, and we do text. So we talked about mask mandates. Oh, one other thing. If you did not read that letter, if your child attends Child Park Academy, you and your children are able to have free COVID vaccine testing in the elementary building Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Let me say it one more time. This is a phenomenal program that we have partnered with an outside nursing agency to provide to our students in our community. So again, if your child attends Child Park Academy and your name is on their emergency card, as well as their siblings who may not go here at all, they may go up the street somewhere. You are allowed to bring them in from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday through Thursday to get free COVID testing. So no longer get to get in the line, no longer paying for it, no longer waiting for your insurance to pay for it, no longer going to any other place to get it. You can come right here on campus, They'll get you in and out, and then you're able to get tested right here on campus 4 days a week. So this is a phenomenal opportunity for our community to take advantage of, and we take advantage of with our students as well as our staff. If you want your student to be randomly tested, just make sure you reach out to the office. We still have time to sign up for that. A lot of people already did that, but you forget to do that. Want your child to be routinely tested, make sure you reach out to the office manager and they'll get you signed up. With that being said, it's 6:20. We're going to give you back 10 minutes. We're almost at an hour, but if you have any questions, any concerns, please reach out to me at williamsk@chandlerpark